And we back. Today we're talking about basketball. Can you believe it? Kenny talking about basketball? It's wild. Now, something has been on my mind lately when it comes to basketball, and whenever that happens, I gotta just hit the record on the camera because we've built this community of over 300,000 people that love one thing, and that's basketball. So, whenever there's something on my mind, y'all the people I talk to. Y'all the people I'm talking to. So, something's really been weighing me down, so I need to open up about it, all right? So, on Twitter yesterday, I did something that I do very often. I'd say, yo, give me your NBA opinions or ask me NBA questions because though I'm the one making these videos and though I'm the one always talking, y'all know just as much about basketball. Y'all have opinions too, and sometimes I like to hear those opinions and pick the brains of other people that's not in my personal life. And that's y'all with the videos and with the comments on Twitter and stuff. So one thing that I get asked very, very often that's really got me thinking is like, Kenny, rank your top five or rank the top five shooting guards in the league. It's something that I've always struggled with doing. We're talking about ranking players in general. I've always struggled with ranking players. A couple weeks ago, we were in New York City, and me and my co-host of our podcast, follow that by the way, we put together our top 50 players in the NBA. And when I tell y'all that was the most difficult thing I've ever had to do relating to talking about basketball, I'm not exaggerating. For me, ranking players is so tough. Because what do you take into account when you're ranking a player? That is the main question I have. When I see different publications do rankings, what are they taking into account? It can't just be stats, because some players' stats are really good, even though they may not be that great of an NBA player. Some players' stats are very low, similar to Draymond Green, but we all know that Draymond Green is such a great and such an impactful player, though his statistics may not say that. So when we're ranking an NBA player, are we ranking it based on what we individually see? Like, this guy's got to kill a crossover. That's got to rank him up a little bit. This guy makes a lot of threes. That's got to rank him up a little bit. Or are we going by accolades? This guy was an all-NBA player last year, so I think he should be ranking really high. There's so many things that go into ranking players. I wish there was just like a science to it. I wish it was something easy. And rankings are something that we see across all forms of entertainment, all forms of sports. We can go to rank the top 5 rappers ever. Everybody got a different opinion. Rank the top 5 movies ever. Everybody got a different opinion. And for me, ranking players has always been super hard, along with questions like this. What young teams do you think will be dominating the league in 5 years? When it comes to sports, predictions go hand in hand. Everybody's got a prediction. Hell, I've had plenty of predictions here on this channel. It's kind of thing that go hand in hand. You're going to pick who you think is going to win MVP. What team will win a championship? That's normal. But questions like this, where people want to see me look into the future, I can't do. For example, the OKC Thunder team that went to the championship and lost, everybody and their mama was like, yo, this team is going to be back. This team is going to win a couple championships. They had Kevin Durant, super young. Russell Westbrook, super young. 6th man of the year, James Harden, super young. This team is going to be back, and they're going to win a couple rings. And then what happens? James Harden gets traded, and then a few years later, Kevin Durant signs to another team. So if you asked me this question 5 years ago, I would have been like, yo, OKC. Or I guess more like 8 or 9 years ago, I would have been like, OKC, definitely going to be back. But then we know what really happened. So when you ask me to predict the far out future, I just can't do it. I can tell you who I think is going to win MVP. I think it's Giannis. But that's I can look that far. And I can't look 5 years in the future. Whenever I talk about sports with y'all, or basketball, because we don't talk about any other sport, do we? Whenever I talk about sport, one thing that I try to do is talk about what I've seen, not what I think is going to happen. People ask questions like, yo, out of this current draft class, who's going to be the best? I can't do it. Because I can't see the future. So that's what's been on my mind lately. Let me know how you do it, because I'm sure you have your top 5 players in the NBA on the top of your head. How do you personally rank players? Because there's so much that goes into it, I struggle with it. And the reason this is on my mind now is because I was linked to this article a bunch yesterday. This is Bleacher Report's top 15 point guards entering the 2018-2019 season. Now, two things really got people upset, and they like, Kenny, what do you think about it? First of all, at number 10, Jamal Murray. Shout out to Jamal Murray for making the list. I love Jamal Murray. I hope he has a great season. At 21 years old, it looks like he's going to be a baller. Okay. But one thing that's really got people mad is that John Wall is ranked number 9. And then we go down here. Kyrie Irving is number 6. And then sophomore Ben Simmons is number 5. So they're like, Kenny, what do you think about Bleacher Report having Ben Simmons as a top 5 point guard after 1 year? And my answer to that is, I don't have an opinion. Is it kind of crazy for me? Yeah. But I don't think it's too crazy that it's impossible. You know, this is a list created by Dave Farvell and Adam Formel. This is their list. This is what they believe. This is their opinion. So I can't flat out say that low. Yo, John Wall, y'all, yes, I think you got him too low, but I'm not saying you're wrong because it's your opinion, you know? And ranking NBA players can be tough. So those are the things that's been recently on my mind. But I do want to answer some other questions that I got on Twitter that I thought were really cool. But before that, I'm running a giveaway on my Instagram. I'm giving away 1 free NBA jersey. You get to pick, but you know, like one of these things, you know why I'm crying, right? One of these things, you just gotta follow me on Instagram, like the picture, comment. I'm picking somebody on October 4th, which is also my birthday, so I'm looking for those birthday wishes, all right? From David, who says, how much should we value players' performance during the preseason? Close to 0. If a player is struggling in preseason, that doesn't mean he's going to struggle when the regular season starts, or vice versa. Because a player is dominating the preseason doesn't mean he's going to dominate when the regular season starts. I look at it the same way I look at Summer League. I'm not looking at statistics. I'm more looking for how does a player move on the court? Is he at the right place at the right time? And so on and so forth. For example, last night, Miles Bridges for the Charlotte Hornets. Did he have a great game statistically? No. But I think he had a solid game enough for me to raise the eyebrow like, yo, I need to pay more attention to Miles Bridges. He's at the right place at the right time to get those putback dunks. Right place at the right time defensively as well. Again, he didn't shoot the ball great, but he did knock down some shots. You shouldn't really be looking at statistics. Preseason for me is always just super fun because we just went like 2-3 months without any basketball. So having any basketball is dope. So we got more games tonight. Luka plays tonight, which I'm really excited for. I cannot wait to see what Luka got in store for us. But if he goes out and kills it statistically, I'm not going to be overreacting. It's more, how does he look on the court? How does he have a feel for the game and so on and so forth? Jacob asks, which situation would you rather be in as a GM? A team with a superstar but not much else surrounding them, like the Kings before they traded Boogie? Or a team with a lot of solid role players and quality starters with no superstars? Example, the current day Miami Heat. Give me the current day Miami Heat, the second option. Because as you can see right now, there are conversations to get a star. Because they have so many nice role players and solid starters that they have the opportunity to go out and trade for a star. And since they have so many of those pieces, yeah, they may lose this player, but it doesn't matter too much because they already have another player that's going to come up and fill that role. With the example of Boogie and the Kings, one thing they didn't do was make the playoffs and never really was close. But the team with the solid role players and no real superstars have made the playoffs over and over again. So I'll take that situation over one superstar and nothing else. Taddy asks, if you were the Warriors general manager, what are you going to do when the 2019 free agency comes around? So going into the 2019 free agency, the Golden State Warriors have Kevin Durant as a free agent, DeMarcus Cousins, and Klay Thompson. Now, this is me making a prediction. I feel like Kevin Durant, this is the last year in Golden State. That's a bold prediction, I'm guessing, but that's kind of the feel I got. Especially if they win this year, he's going to be like, okay, I got 3 rings out of this situation. Let me go pursue something else. Let me go fill my heart with something else. Maybe that's helping a team that need real big help. So I'm guessing Kevin Durant won't be there next season, but he might, you know. But if I'm the Warriors GM, one thing I'm doing for sure is re-signing Klay Thompson, or at least trying to. Again, Klay Thompson may not even be there next year. That whole team dispersed after a couple years would be crazy. Again, hard to predict the future. But if I'm the Warriors GM, I'm definitely trying to get Klay Thompson back, and I'm definitely trying to get Kevin Durant back. Obviously, they won't have the money to bring back all 3, Boogie, Klay, and KD, and I think they don't need Boogie. They just won 2 championships without him. And who knows? He may comes out and destroys the entire league again. But I think you stick with your core guys because those core guys have got you so far. So that's what I would do. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Durant signed somewhere else. And then, I mean, they lose Boogie too. And then we're back to the original Big 3 in Golden State. I would love to see that because that original Big 3 together was so nice. And Kevin Durant on his own team would be nice again to see. And lastly, JJ Redick. Not the JJ Redick, but JJ Redick says, what do you think about the marksman being out 6 to 8 weeks? Obviously, that's why we got this, and that's why I was partially crying early in the video. Lauri Markkanen messed up his elbow or something. He's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks if you didn't know. How do I feel about it? It sucks, but that's it. It's not a major injury. It's not one that's going to set his career back. It just kind of sucks that he won't be there for the first couple weeks of the season. He could miss up to, I think they said up to 15 games, which is a lot of games, but not at the same way. Some Bulls fans believe that the Bulls had a chance to make the 8th seed this year. They did have a chance, but me personally, I didn't really see them as a favorite to make the playoffs. Honestly, I thought we were going to be another lottery team. And now that Lowry could miss up to 15 games, I think that's kind of the shebang. I think they were going to be a lottery team. I mean, we just lost our best player. If you ask me, our best player. So it's going to suck a little bit. I was going to go to the season home opener against the Detroit Pistons, but I don't think I will anymore. Not just because of the injury, but because those tickets are so expensive. Y'all don't even know. For like good tickets, it's like $300 a seat. I'll watch in this seat for free. You feel me? So, I mean, I'm sure I'll be to plenty Bulls games this year, but not the season opener. I'm sorry. But I'm super excited for this Bulls team. It does suck that he'll be out, but we got other young players to look out for. We got Wendell coming this season. We got Jabari Parker, who's coming back, not coming back, but coming to Chicago that I'm super excited for. I guess technically it is coming back because he's from here. But regardless, the injury sucks, but at the end of the day, no big deal. And that's it. I'm going to end the video off there. Thank y'all so much for getting to this point of the video. Again, in the description, link to the Instagram. Go follow and do all that stuff to enter the giveaway. Please be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. I don't think y'all understand how important likes are to help the creator grow. And we're trying to continue to grow Team No Overtime. So leaving a like can definitely help that. Thank y'all so much. Peace.